Hello students, how are you? Fine? Very good. Chalo. Then we'll go now to the next chapter, chapter number 8, that is decimals. Okay, now let us understand first about decimals. Now, fraction which has denominator 10, 100, 1000, etc. are called decimal fractions. A decimal number is a number with a decimal point. Okay, so here we have learned children the place values from ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs and so on. That is, we have learned the place value system in international and national system, Indian system children, right. Now we will learn something, the place value beyond that, something new you have here, that is after ones, you have another place value system also, that is represented as 1 upon 10, you have 1 upon 100, 1 upon 1000 and so on. Okay, so this part, after one's part, you have this place value system, but to separate it we use a point that we call it as decimal. So here suppose I give you the number 14.23 here. So after this is ones place, this is tens place. So after ones children we have another value system, as I told you, this is 2 by 10, this is 3 by 100 and so on. And to separate these two parts we use this decimal point. So before the decimal point this is the whole number part, and after the decimal point we call it as decimal part. Okay, so let us learn in detail about it further. Now as I told you, after ones the first place value you have here is tens. It is not tens children, it is tens. Okay, tens means here represents 1 upon 10. As we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. When you use your scale children, you see the scale on the centimeter side, between two numbers you have 10 smaller parts. That one small part we call it as mm, that is millimeters here. So 1 centimeter, that is the difference between the first and the second number, we have 10 equal parts which we call it as millimeter. So here that means 1 mm, that is 1 mm, that is the first part, is what? It is the 10th part of the whole. Whole means one full. That means the 1 mm is the 10th part of the whole. Hence we can say the first number after the decimal represent the 10th part of the whole. You can see here example given 34.7, where 3 is at the tens, 4 is at the ones, and after the decimal point the first number is tens, which represents here 7 upon 10 here. Let us see what do we have next. Hundreds. The second place value after the decimal, after the tens we have hundreds. Okay, so after tenth we have hundreds. As we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, that we know this measurement units. Hence we can say that 1 centimeter is nothing but it is the 100th part of the whole. So the second number after the decimal represents the 100th part of the whole, and decimal in the 100th form shows that we have divided the number into 100 equal parts. For example, you can see 13.95, where 13 in that 1 is at the tens place, 3 is at the units place, 9 is at the tens place, that is 1 upon 10 you can take, that is 9 by 10, and 5 is at the 100th place, which represents here 5 upon 100. Okay, it is 5 upon 100 here. So very easy. Let us go to the next. Similarly children, after hundreds you have thousands, which represents the number. Suppose for example you can see this place value chart. Here the decimal point always we place between the ones and the tens. Okay, so this you can see here, between the ones and the tens we put a decimal point. This is your whole number part, and this is your decimal part here. Okay, so both these parts are separated here by a decimal point, and in the place value system ones, tens, hundreds, thousands and so on. Similarly, we have here tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000s, 100,000s and so on. Let us go for the next. Now next topic to learn here is comparing decimals. Now children, how to compare the decimal, that means which is greater and which is smaller here. Now first thing, if the whole number is different, now let us understand with the help of an example here. For example, compare 532.48 and 682.26. Now among the two decimal numbers here, which is greater? Now whenever you have the comparison here, always first look at the whole number part. That is the whole number part among this, which is greater, 532 or 682 children? Yes, 682. Yes, so this number, that is 682.26, is greater than 532.48. But children, many times you see come across that if the whole number parts are equal, then we move on to the tens place. If tens place is also equal, we move to the hundreds, and if required, we shift one place ahead for the comparison of decimals. You can see here, this among the two here, this number is greater, so we have answered here the greater one. Many times you will have that the whole number is same. As I told you, you can see here the whole numbers are same here. Then what do? We go to the tens place after the decimal. What is the number? 3. What is the number here? 6. Now which is greater? 6. Okay, that means 42.68 is greater than 42.36 over here. Now children, the fractions you can write it as decimals also, and the decimals also you can put it in the form of fractions also. Now it is easy to write the fractions with 10 as the denominator in the decimal form, but if the denominator is not 10, then we have to find the equivalent fraction with the denominator 10, or you can tell the powers of 10, that is 10, 100, 1000. Conveniently you can find it. For example, here I have taken 12 by 5. Here the denominator is not 10. Only I can change the number into decimal if my denominator is 10 or the powers of 10. But here it is not 10. So what will be my next step? To find the equivalent fraction with the denominator 10. To convert 12 by 5 either with 10 or 100, what I am going to do? I will multiply this given fraction with 2 by 2 so that I get the denominator 10. So 24 by 10 I am going to get as a fraction. Now children, I can convert 24 by 10 into the decimal form, that is 2.4. So what will be my decimal number? 2.4 here. Similarly, if you have a bigger number, suppose you have here 12 by 50 here, then you can still multiply here by 2 by 2 and convert it into 24 by 100 also, and so on you can find with 1000 also. Now, as I told you children, the decimals can be written as fractions also. We converted the fraction into decimal. Now, decimals to fraction. Now, for example, 2.5 I have to write it in the fraction form. Now, what are we going to do here? We will remove the decimal point by putting the zeros in the denominator. 0 in the sense children, we will write 10 or the power of 10 according to the number of decimal places in the decimal number. Here I have one decimal place, so I will take 10, that is only 1 0. Okay, so I will convert it as 25 by 10. Suppose I had 2.56, here 2 decimal place, so 2 zeros, that is 100 I will have here. And similarly, as many decimal number places, that many zeros along with 1, that is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakhs, whatever. That has to be kept in the denominator so that you can avoid the decimal point from it. Now children, how to add the decimal number? Very easy. To add the decimal numbers, we can add them as whole numbers as we do the normal addition of the numbers, but the decimal point will remain at the same place as it is given in the question. It means that what is the necessary thing? We have to line up the decimal point in each number while writing them and then add them as a whole number. For example, here 22.3 and 34.1 given to us. Now, most important thing that you have to line up the number according to the decimal point. So, the whole number part will come under whole number part, but the decimal point you will not shift here to there. That will come here in the same line, you can see here. Okay, suppose 22.3 and 34.1. So, the decimal points will be coming in one line and remaining whole number part, and the decimal part will be adjusted according to its place value only. Okay, and then normally how do we add the numbers? We can add the numbers. For the subtraction also same thing to be done, children. You can subtract the decimal numbers, only take care that you line up the numbers and you can perform your subtraction as we perform the subtraction of whole numbers here. So, with this, children, we end this video here. I hope you understood all the necessary concepts of this chapter. Go through it nicely and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.